Hey, a note!
Yeah, but turn it over. There's a letter.
You're right.
And I got this message from my parents.
I'm gonna starting off the videos a little bit differently. So I'm probably might be a little funny video or something at the start of the videos, but this is something that I want to start implementing and trying to work on better. So I gotta make this eye contact with you guys, okay? I want you guys to know that I'm not staring into your soul, but I'm trying to get better at staring at the camera because that is a key thing to make that connection. But if this creeps you out a little bit, I apologize. Anyways, how y'all doing? New video. I am going to try to start putting you guys onto things that I've been putting myself onto, put a couple of my friends onto this video, and I want to share it with you all because this has helped me quite a bit and I want it to help you all. I am working on my communication skills, my storytelling skills, because the fact that I know that talking with no inflection, no tone, and all that stuff. I'm a pretty monotone person, as you guys already know. I've already said that's kind of like a key thing, but I'm trying to work on being better about keeping people invested, keeping people interested in things that I'm saying. So I am going to learn about this new instrument that I have, that I knew I had, but I just never actually tried to do little things with it. So I'm gonna put you guys on to Vin. Vin is a communications expert, basically. And I saw this video while I was at work, listened to it 43 minutes straight, and I was just like, yo, there's some gems that's being dropped in here. So let me put y'all on to it, especially if y'all kind of like me and don't really have a whole lot of like inflection, or you might be monotone, or you just want to be a better speaker, basically, so to speak. So we're gonna watch a little bit of snippet of this video, and I'm going to put y'all on to it right now. Here we go. I'm going to switch scenes. Also, I did this little cool thing that y'all gonna see in this video. But yeah, let's just go ahead and go to it. So as y'all can see, here's a part of the video right here, and it's gonna be something interesting that you guys will be able to see. Also, whenever I'm like start speaking, I'll appear, but when I'm not speaking, I'll disappear. So yeah, y'all gonna like this. It's a cool thing that I like. Shout out to Neku again. We kind of use the same. I use the same thing that I did for the captions here, and that's basically how this is gonna work. So anywho, let's get this video started, shall we?
Yes, the way you speak is just a series of behaviors. Start seeing that through and through. Because look, I'm going to change some of my behaviors, right? If I change some of my behaviors, lived in America, favorite place in America, Austin, Texas. So if I change my mouth movements and behavior, I can, I love being a cowboy. I wish that I could be a cowboy because I want to ride a horse. And I love Texas because of the way they cook slow brisket. Now, you see, I could choose to speak like this for the remainder of this class if I wanted to. But I know this is a terrible Texan accent. Right? I want to tell you the funniest thing I heard in Texas when they said, Vin, there's a difference between cowboys and rednecks. And when the world looks at us, they think we're rednecks. No, we're not rednecks, Vin. You see, cowboys, we ride horses. Rednecks, they ride their cousins.
I definitely wanted y'all to hear that one joke right there because that was hilarious. Like, that's what actually got me invested in watching this video. But like, he did say a key thing in there, like it's a choice that like I think I started it a little bit too early, but it's a choice that you get to choose on how your tone is and all that stuff. Like you choose that, and how you speak is a way to get people invested. So like if I'm speaking at like, I got to learn to change my, I guess, volume in my voice. Like I got to like naturally speak at a 7 versus speaking at like my usual like 5 or whatever when I'm like streaming. I'm just chilling, and then like I'll talk about a couple of things here or there. Like it's a way to, I guess, balance everything out. And again, this video will definitely be in the description, and it's just a matter of learning how to, I guess, choose when you want your pauses to appear as opposed to choosing when you want your tone to go higher, learning all these different things, and then mixing in a joke here or there, or whatever the case may be. Obviously these videos are going to be quite a bit of just me sitting here talking with you guys, but at the exact same time there's things that I want to actually learn how to implement, and I want to learn how to be better about when it comes to me speaking. And obviously the eye contact is a big important thing, which is why I'm making a lot of eye contact with the camera right now. So if this makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm not sorry. I got to get better at doing this. But anyways, here's some more of the video.
Yes, tell me about yourself.
So what can you do? You can prepare for this. You can absolutely prepare for this. Whereas most people, what they do is, they just, like, let's say, I don't know, let's improv. Let's say I'm applying for a sales role. Okay, I'm applying for a sales role. I'm sitting in the interview. I'm nervous because I didn't do the breathing before. I'm freaking out. And I didn't learn about para or anything. I didn't learn about storytelling. I don't know what's going on. Freaking out, really hope to get this job. They can see I'm nervous because I'm rubbing my knees and I'm speaking really fast. And then they ask you, tell me about yourself. You go, okay, well, you know, I love selling. All I do is sell. I sell. I'm persistent. I get really high conversion rates. It's not good. What you can do here is you can share a story. You can prepare. You know you're going in for a sales role. And now, because for those of you who've been through the courses online or virtual, you know the storytelling formula. And because you know the storytelling formula, you can link that story to sales. For example, if I was going into a job interview for sales, I can sit down. I'm relaxed. Body language, because it communicates and it introduces you before you do. So calm body language, relaxed, good posture. You're sitting down, smile on your face, and Susie asks you, hey Vin, before we start, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You can respond by going, oh, thanks, Susie. Thank you for wanting to get to know me a little. Susie, I have to tell you, I'm part entrepreneur. When I was young, when I was 13, I borrowed my mum and dad's credit card. Yeah, I borrowed it. And I borrowed their credit card to buy MP3 players online. So I spent over $1,500. And Susie, I can see from your face, you're like, but how did you get and spend money on the card when you're not authorized? Well, Susie, when the bank calls to check if the transaction's legitimate, guess who's the only English-speaking person in the house? Yes, it is I. It was wonderful. It was a perfect storm, Susie. I had to do it. So I bought $1,500 worth of MP3 players. And Susie, the crazy thing is, within 7 days, I sold every single MP3 player and doubled my money when I was 13. Yeah, I made $3,000 as a 13-year-old, and I wasn't doing drugs. And Susie, the craziest thing is that I've learned how to sell since I was young. I learned how to sell the wrong way, and I also learned how to sell the right way. One of the reasons why I got stopped from selling MP3 players at school is because, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, being a little vulnerable here, the principal shut down my business. Because he realized that when people didn't pay me, I started giving bullies money and said, do you mind getting my money back from that kid? He hasn't paid me. Susie, I didn't know how to deal with accounts receivable. But Susie, I've learned again how to sell and how not to sell. And you know what one of the fundamental things I've learned, Susie, is? I've learned that a lot of people feel a little gross about selling. And I found that the reason they feel that is because they're selling something they don't believe in. Whereas, Susie, that's why I'm sitting in this chair right now applying for this role.
I ain't gonna lie. I got invested with this by re-listening to it again, which I did not mean to like actually just kind of like go quiet for as long. But look at it, like that last little part got me invested again watching this, and I'm quite sure anybody that's currently watching this feels the exact same way. And that's just the storytelling aspect of it and the improving and all that stuff. So it's like, that's one thing that I'm probably going to start trying to work on quite a bit. But there's another part of the video that I want to put you guys onto, which I'm about to play, like I'm jump to right now, that deals with like being in authority in the field that you're talking about. And that's the thing. Let me see if I can find that. It's the coaching part. This part right here that I'm about to pull up. It's literally the part that got me like, okay, this is what I truly need to work on. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this part. It's probably about like a 2-minute part. And you're going to see just the difference it makes in how someone speaks. And I'm going to start trying to do these things with my own personal YouTube videos and whatnot. And we're going to get some stuff popping. All right. So let's go ahead and jump to this part right here. And we're going to make this happen.
Growing up, especially gaining knowledge, for example, and I'm confident in what I know and what I have to offer. But when it comes to talking about it and presenting my ideas in a way where I'm not overstepping my boundaries, I feel like sometimes I ramble on to the point where it feels like, because I don't know how to structure what I'm saying properly, it feels like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Those conversational models I shared with you at the beginning, the frameworks, very vital, extremely vital for you.
Yeah.
So when someone asks you something, what's your area of expertise?
I'm a 3D environment artist.
I want you to use the 3-2-1 approach. Tell me 3 things about it. Concise, go.
So the three fundamental things about 3D environment artist is when you're starting a project, you want to make sure you have your project mapped out, which includes references. The references is probably one of the biggest and most important things when it comes to creating a big project. The second thing is also feedback from others. Don't have tunnel vision when you're creating your projects. Otherwise, you're just going to think, like Vin said, that your work is the shit, but it really it isn't. It's not. You have to get that outside perspective in on your work. And the last step is definitely refinement. Always go back and refine whatever you can, because the first iteration or the second iteration will never be as good as the third iteration.
Perfect. All right. Now, before we move over to the next one, which is the two types of, remember, or the two things, I want hand gestures, I want more volume, and I also want you to end your sentences on a lower pitch. Okay? So you don't end on a high pitch, you end on a low pitch.
Okay, yeah.
Keep that front of mind. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. In 3, what you say is not that important. I'm focusing on delivery. In 3, 2, 1, go for it.
So the two types of 3D environment art are 2D environment art and 3D environment art.
More volume.
You can have 3D environment art, which is what you'd see in movies, TV shows, games, where you create the assets and the background and the CGI for it. Or you have the 2D environment art, which is more for portfolio work and less bigger projects that you'd experience with 3D environment art.
First example to second example, there's way more authority in it already. Now, what I am going to get you to do is I want you to pause more for this next one. Pause more and hold eye contact.
This is one thing that I personally got to work on is the pausing.
Symbolizing another person.
But just watch this.
Now you're up to the one thing. This is just the one thing. Talk about the one thing and pause more and use hand gestures, stronger hand gestures. Give me a little blamer. Remember, blamer is when you're using the full finger point for some parts. And pause.
I call that the knife hand.
And I don't mean...
Used to get these in basic all the time.
I
They'd
want you
just
to
be
pause
like, hey, guy.
How long pause you?
Like that. All right, so here we go. Right. Try again. In 3, lower, end your sentences on a lower pitch. In 3, 2, the one thing.
So the one thing I'd say is the most important thing about 3D environment art is expressing yourself when you create your projects. Think about how many people are in this field and in this industry creating thousands of pieces of art. And here's your opportunity to create art which is inspired by your journey and what you've been through. So
you did great. You did great. However, the pauses, we're going to get you to do it one more time, my friend.
Yeah.
So you're going to do it one more time, except I want some powerful pauses after the powerful statements you just made. It's about you expressing you. And just pause. All right, in 3, 2, go for it.
Sorry. So
hold on. Don't start with so, because so is a filler word. Just begin in 3, 2.
The one most important thing about 3D environment art is creating something that you have been inspired by. Think about how many people are out there creating thousands of pieces of art, but this is your opportunity to create a piece of work that has been inspired by your journey.
That's amazing.
I don't really have much else to say.
Can we give her a big round of applause? That was bloody brilliant. That was
See,
so good.
This is what I'm going to try to start working on as far as my videos go.
So good.
Because you can just kind of hear it in his voice and how everything.
Sound
but just listen to him.
Component to how others perceive what we say. Watch the review and you'll see how much getting rid of the filler words, the pauses, the hand gestures, the ending on a lower pitch, those all create a different version of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Daniel.
So I'm gonna pause it right here. Again, with this video, with all that said and done, you guys, if you're trying to become better with speaking, being very, I guess, direct in the things that you want to talk about, this video, obviously 43 minutes, but actually absolutely give it a check out. Like I'm gonna like have like a little pop-up thing, and even then in the description below, I'm gonna have it all there for you guys to check out and to watch. I need to like perfect this basically, because I'm trying to get better at speaking, being direct, and just, you know, making sure I'm doing what I need to be doing to be as entertaining as possible. We're gonna try to upgrade these YouTube videos. I'm gonna start working on thumbnails, because I did actually I'm gonna stop using these little, look, I do not like the little AI thing. I think I showed you guys that picture that was like the bee with the curly hair. I don't know if I showed it to you guys. I know I definitely sent it. Matter of fact, let me pull this up real quick. Boom. Okay, so boom, there it is. Like that, clearly my face. Corbin Blue having hair self. Like, how did they even come up with the idea that this is my hair? Ain't no way. But anywho, if y'all found this anything interesting, uh, helpful, insightful, anything of the sort, I guess we're gonna put hashtag better communication. I guess that should be the hashtag for this video. So if you're trying to improve your communication skills, or if you're trying to just tweak it, be a better storyteller, whatever the case may be, put it down in the comments below. Tell me what you guys are trying to work on. Obviously, I'm trying to be better at it. So hashtag better communication. And yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and check out the other videos. Like the previous video where I was talking about TikTok's ban, and even before that, how to manage your work and life and whatever your side thing that you're working on. Just check out all the videos, all right? There's going to be a recommendation thing at the end of the video, and you guys are going to have to use that to basically put stuff together and go from there. Anyways, I got something I need to get out of here. I got other stuff I need to go do, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.